Alright, hey guys, Simon here, and Minecraft, yes, Minecraft. Haven't played very much Minecraft for a while now, but haven't built much, but I've been thinking about the chicken facility. I'm gonna rebuild, not gonna rebuild, I'm gonna build a new one, a better one. Should I explain what's been going on? Not really, I haven't been playing very much, but the chicken thing is, I'm not as happy about it as I would like. I mean, if you remember, if you've been around watching my videos, you remember how this is the egg laying facility, right? You have chickens there, they lay eggs, they drop into water, and then they collect here. So then you grab the eggs, same with the other side. You grab the eggs, you put them into dispensers up here. This activates the dispensers, firing the eggs and producing baby chickens, right? So the baby chickens go into there, and then you wait about 5 or 10 minutes, I don't remember how long it is. And eventually they grow into adult chickens, and then down here there's a drowning trap. So the chickens are up there, there's pistons all through here, drowning trap, push the button, it activates the drowning trap, and if these were adult chickens, then they'll drown and then they'll drop the feathers and chicken meat, right? The raw chickens. So this works relatively well, and they're not really there, they're still drowning. So then they die and they'll drop the things, which is good. Right, so that works, but not as... It's got a few problems. Like, I designed this all the way back when there weren't baby chickens, so they'd come out as adult chickens straight away from the egg. And so this thing was good because you just kind of throw the eggs, create chickens, and then drown them immediately, and then it works really quickly. The only problem is you have to wait for the eggs to get laid. And you have to collect a bunch of eggs down here, then you carry them up and you put them in the dispensers. That's alright, like at first. But over time, with the various changes to Minecraft, I have become less and less happy about this arrangement. It's not very efficient, it's not very elegant, it's kind of bigger than it needs to be. Anyways, I'm going to design a new one, keeping in mind that in the next update we're going to get hoppers and droppers. I don't know if you keep track of the updates, but that basically allows you to collect dropped items into containers and then also transfer between containers the items. So what that means is basically you can automatically transfer things from one part of the map to another. You don't have to pick it up and carry it yourself. So I'll keep that in mind in the design. It's not out yet, but it's pretty easy to work that in, I think. So let's start with the plan. So the chicken thing, I'm going to... Okay, let me just explain this properly. I'm going to combine... See there's the eggs and then there's the chickens. I'm going to combine the two things together into one mechanism. Because there's really no need to keep a separate population of chickens up here laying eggs. Let me just kind of put these signs down. So what I'm thinking is, down the bottom, we're not going to have the drowning trap, we're going to have the cooker. Basically, you drop chickens onto fire, the chickens will be burnt and they'll die, and then they'll drop cooked chicken and they'll run away from the fire and all that. So there's the cooker, and then there's also the egg collector down the bottom. Right, so then above that, there's the holding area. So, you have the chickens floating on water mostly. So that's the holding area. You have to be able to hold them there long enough for them to grow from baby chickens to adult chickens, right? And then you have the drop into the cooker, and then you have the drop into the egg collector, and they're two separate things. Because you can't drop eggs onto the fire, they just burn up and then you lose them. So you kind of have to be able to control. If you're using the same population of chickens to lay eggs and cook, then you have to be able to control where to drop their eggs and then where to drop them on the cooker, right? So then there's the cooker drop, and then there's the egg drop, drop. So that's what we need to do there. And then on this side, I guess we have the dispensers. The egg dispensers, which throws the eggs out and then creates the baby chickens. And I guess down here we have the hoppers and droppers transferring the eggs from the egg collector up to the egg dispensers. So the egg transfer. Right, so that's going to be the whole thing. That's the plan for the entire mechanism. So I guess there's kind of 4, 5 basic parts, but there's like there's a cooker and egg collector on the bottom, holding area up top, and then egg dispenser. So I don't know if that makes too much sense to you now, but I need to figure some of this stuff out. So I've thought about this. I kind of have the design in mind, but there's 2 things I need to work out first. I need to work out the cooker. I don't quite remember how the chickens interact with fire, so I need to test that again, and that might take a bit of time. It might be easy to do that in creative. I want to do this as much as I can in survival though, just because, you know, it's survival. But if that's too much trouble, I'll test that out in creative. The egg collector and dispenser and transfer. So the dispenser needs a redstone circuit. The egg transfer will need the blocks that aren't available yet, but they'll be in the next update, and that also needs a bit of redstone. I think I have the redstone circuit underground, and then have the circuits brought up to these things. And the other major thing to figure out is the holding area that's able to transport chickens between the egg drop and the cooker drop. So there, anyway, when we get there, you'll see what I'm talking about. So first, the cooker. Let's test that first. So I've got another rock and fire, and some dirt, and some eggs. So let me just try this out. I haven't played Minecraft for some time, so I might be a bit rusty. All right, so let's put some fences down. So I've been thinking about this as well, so I'm not doing this completely blind. Although I haven't tested this in game, but I've thought about it. So the fence, when you set chickens on fire, they tend to run around a bit. So you kind of want to contain them if you can. So let's just do that. That should be enough. Now is 2 blocks, 1 block? I want to try to keep this as simple as possible, but at the same time, when chickens are set on fire, they behave in a certain way, and you kind of have to account for that. So let's just step our way up. Actually, how far does water flow again? It's like 8 blocks or 7 blocks. The way water works also is a bit of a problem. Let me just put that down. I don't need stone for now. Alright, so water 2, 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me just pick that up. There we go. So that's how long water is. This is funny, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 1 source block. Actually, I might have messed this up. 1 source block and 7 blocks of water flow. Alright, so let's put that there. I don't want to. Alright, so 7 blocks of flow. Let me just check this. So I guess I'll go back the other way. So we have the netherrack with the fire above it, so one more block above that. I've tested this before, and if I remember correctly, you need more than this. Oh crap. If I remember correctly, like, chickens will not run off the fire just like that. But we'll figure that out when we come to it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the end. Let's just make this simple, not too complicated, which is the same thing as simple. I don't know why I said that twice. No. No. Actually, I should use the fences, because the chickens can't get out of a fenced area. And the fences will also allow us to see what's going on, so that helps. Alright, so let's just do that and make sure we have a bit of light so we don't get surprise enemies. Oh crap, I'm stuck in here now. Yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine. Let me just come down here and eat some chicken. And pick up the dirt. Alright, so this should be a good enough testing. In fact, that's actually... okay, that's good. Right, that should be enough for our testing purposes. More torches. And if we put a bucket of water there... good, that's perfect. Alright, so we need fire, and we need chickens, and we need water. So the chickens... apparently 1 every 8 eggs is supposed to spawn a chicken, but that was really unlucky, I guess. There we go, chicken. And fire down here. Now the question is, what happens when the chicken falls on the fire? I don't know if this is gonna work. I think baby chickens die too quickly for us to see what's going on. Yeah, I thought so. What happens is, if you have just a fire and a block and then a drop, the chicken doesn't actually run away from the fire because there's an edge there, and so it thinks it's got nowhere to run, so it just stands in the fire and dies. I remember this from when I tested it the last time I was building a chicken thing. So if I remember right, what you need to do is to have... I wonder if 1 block is enough, like 1 block for it to run onto. Is that enough? I remember at the end I designed it so that there was like a whole platform around it. Maybe I have 4. Like, is this enough? So when you have it like that, when the animal's on fire, they'll run away from the fire. Whereas if there wasn't a thing there, then they wouldn't know to run away. And they'll run away and they'll kind of jump off. I think. That is if they haven't changed the mechanics. of animals and fire. If they have, then we might be in trouble here. Come on chickens. Alright, so there's another chicken there. Let's see how this works. No, it was still standing in the fire. It was standing in the fire, it did not manage to touch the ground before it died. This is not gonna work if they don't run away from the fire. You see the problem, right? I really do need them to not just stand in the fire and die. Alright, your turn.